Everybody, welcome back. We're playing some RAVENBLOOM Conservatory today. I always love this style of control deck. You get to do a lot of cool damage spells, get some cool champs, and you have a super fun payoff in RAVENBLOOM Conservatory. This is an interesting list. I grabbed this from the Mastering Runeterra website, just the normal stats page. There was a deck list that only had 13 matches with a 92% win rate. The most played deck was like 43 matches, so none of them really had a ton of high play rate. So this is the one that I thought looked good, had the new cards in it I wanted to try, and I made a few changes. This list did run 3 of the Augmented Clockling. I cut the 3 Augmented Clockling, although I am curious about experimenting with it. I cut those to put in 2 copies of Aloof Travelers and 1 copy of Arachnoid Sentry. Arachnoid Sentry is obviously really good at setting up our stun flock combo, as well as stunning a unit for our Broadmain. The other list also only ran 2 Broadmain, but I think Broadmain's important enough that you kind of want to run 3. So this list is the one I'm going to try out today. We're running 2 Annie, 3 Ezreal, 1 Katarina. I think you could also just go a 2-2-2 split, but we'll see how it plays out. Lots of 1-ofs for this deck, which, you know, not necessary. This isn't a Seraphine deck. But we're throwing in like 1 copy of Aftershock, 1 copy of Pirouette. Like even like the units, 1 copy of Pharaoh's Financier, I think is just a nice flexible way because you have a lot of card draw. Usually you can find the answers you need. Otherwise, we are running 2 copies of the new Divine Draft. I'm curious to see how this plays out. I think it should be fairly flexible in this deck. Should be fantastic against aggro decks, like just pick off 2 Zonai Urchins, or set up 2 of our opponent's units to die to our Lord Broadmain. Seems really nice. I'm excited to give it a try. And let's get into it. I haven't played Ezreal at all in Eternal this season, which is a little bit of a shame because I really do enjoy him, but I just haven't picked up a deck with him yet, I don't think at least. Maybe I played one early in the season. I don't remember actually. Maybe I did, but it certainly hasn't been a character I've picked up too much this season. Is this a greedy keep or just a stupid keep? Costagriff doesn't... Like, if we have to cast Costagriff, it probably means on turn 1 and turn 2, we weren't able to do anything. It's also just a nice bailout, though, if we do need to use it later in the game. Are they even going to have many X1s, though? Like Zonai Urchin, Draven's biggest fan. Maybe. We have a lot of card drop. I almost would rather look for like a Costagriff though. Or not a Costagriff, Static Shock. Speaking of Static Shock, that's like my favorite favorite card in PNC. So I'm excited to use that. I'm just gonna get my Conservatory down. I don't have much else to do here. And I don't need to use Mystic Shot on this on my turn. So we can go into next turn with 5 mana up. See what they do. Next turn we can play Aftershock if they develop. Plus Mystic Shot, or right now, Costagriff is looking pretty good. I definitely forgot about Boom Baboon, so that's one I wouldn't mind using here. Okay, this turn looks pretty good for us. I think I'm just going to go Aftershock here, take 4, or we could just Mystic Shot 1 as well. Or, hold on a second, maybe that was a misplay. I could have gone Costagriff damage Draven, and then Flock Draven when he attacks. Maybe that wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. I think we would have been better off if I did that, but I guess I rushed that play a little bit. I didn't see the line. Would it have worked? Did we have enough mana that turn? We had 5 mana, so it would have worked.
Come out, wherever you are. This way, and this way. Burning.
I'd like to see them develop. Perfect. Because I wanted to cast this for cheap. We don't have a ton of mana, so I'd rather be able to play next Aftershock next turn if we need to. Or we can flock this. Alright, well, we're getting some interesting draws here.
Reporting in. I'll do better this time.
What's your favorite ammo?
I think it's worth the 3 health to flock here. And our Annie can level next turn too. I'm feeling pretty confident with where we're at. They don't have anything on board. We're only scared if they have a Jinx. But next turn... Yeah, this is a really interesting spot, isn't it? If they play Jinx, we can't kill her. If we play Tibalt. And I don't think we win the race. We just do 7 damage. 3 damage. It's not bad. But maybe it's just better to play Formula this turn. I think I'll just attack and see what they do. I don't want to just rip a Tibalt into a potential Jinx here. Now we can go Tibalt and Aftershock this turn. Sweet. Since they didn't play Jinx first, now we get to play Tibalt, and even if they play Jinx and level her, Aftershock will still kill her. Okay. Timbers isn't a bad card in this matchup either. This is a bad matchup for our opponent though. We run so much removal. We need to figure out a way to close the game soon. Because if they do start finding ways to push damage, we obviously don't have any ways to gain life. So they could potentially just burn us out. Yeah, like that's a pretty good turn for them. It's not like great, obviously, but like it gives them a chance. Now they only need pretty much 2 turns to draw their burn. Like a top tick a get excited or a mystic shot, and then the following turn. I guess that doesn't work. All right, what do we do here? I'm just gonna attack. They kill here, but they go down to 10. If they have just Jinx, we lose the game. I don't know if I'm supposed to attack there or not. Maybe that was awkward. I'll not commit much. That's a good one.
It's just an egg.
Okay. Again, I lose if they have the burn. But the burn would have to be get excited plus mystic shot exactly. I don't think they're gonna have it. I'm just gonna win the game this turn, or they have the burn after we just discarded one of their get exciteds. All right, GG.
See ya.
Those games are always pretty tight. Even when we have like a billion damage spells to kill them off. Alright, I like keeping 1 static shock here, but I'm gonna pitch the rest. Blade's Edge, House Spider, Disintegrate, Static. Sorry, family's getting home again, so if the doggies start to get a little wonky, I'm sorry for that. House Spider is such a good card in these decks. Like, I know it's kind of like supposed to be spider aggro, but man, it really helps clog up the board, doesn't it? Surely our opponent's not AFK, right? Okay, I don't think so. I'm pretty happy to just get down to Samir this turn. Maybe not now. Do I use... I think... I'll pass. I don't need to make my decision now. Really? What do I do? Do I kill her now? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna wait until next turn to decide. Yeah, we could just like stun flock her. That seems pretty good. In that case, I just wanted to see what they would do. Because we can go stun flock a Draven as well. Like, I don't care about that guy. What if I just do this and then flock her next turn? And we still keep up a sentry? I mean, I don't know. Is there any really good way to go about this? Do we need to kill her right now? I don't even think we do. What am I trying to do here? I'm not saying a good line. I don't know why I'm not like sure what to do here. Blades Edge Disintegrate keeps up an extra mana. I don't know. Because next turn if they play another Samira, we can just stun flock her.
The sun got me good.
I don't know. If they pass, it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay. Okay, I wanted to see how greedy they'd get. Like if they'd keep developing or if they'd end the round. So I'm pretty happy to go Sentry here and Flock. Or we can go Static Shock, take 4, Static Shock, Flock this guy. I think I'm just going to do this. Because then we can trade with all 3 units if they want to attack with everything. I think I'll start with a pass. Because if I play Ezreal, they won't play anything that we can shoot. Oh, well now it's tempting because we have a backup Ezreal at least. But they might just be pretty happy to use a Get Excited this turn. I'll see what they do. If they develop. Okay. Now we can set this guy up for a Mystic Shot next turn. Or a Static Shock, excuse me. Man, I miss Ezreal. What a fun card. How much mastery do I have on him? I don't even know how much that is. I don't think it's too much, right?
I have the best job.
Ugh. I love that this cycles a card.
Time for the moneymakers.
Annie, is that any good? I feel like it's kind of really late.
Axes coming right up.
Man, he's already leveled. The survival skills would be pretty bad here. Like, we could hopefully just kill him next turn, but I don't want to take an extra 4 damage here. We're looking kind of okay if this resolves. Wow. Yes, please. I'll take that any day of the week. A 3 for 1, and we have another Ezreal in hand. I guess 2.5 for 1, since they got a Lost Soul discard out of it.
Let's go make some friends, Tibbers.
I'm almost tempted to draw this turn, but I think it's better to just get Ezreal on board to kind of like threaten their development, right? Next turn we can draw our cards.
Let's see all of these.
Oh, I want to play.
No way they take this block. That's insane. Because even if they have a Mystic Shot to kill our Annie, we still just kill this with our Ezreal Mystic Shot.
That's gotta hurt.
And we just get to shoot anything they play, yeah. Obviously, these are very favorable matchups we've run into so far. But I mean, that's why we're playing, you know. I'll start with my jaw. Double Conservatory done in a flock. Okay, Annie, you might have to take one for the team here. This is a little awkward, huh? Okay, all of a sudden we just ran out of juice. I was feeling really, really good, and then we hit Conservatory flock on our jaw. Now I'm not looking like... Oh, gosh. Okay. Can Ezreal kill him next turn?
You wanna play?
There's no way they have double get excited, right? Double get excited or blowback. Oh gosh, we're so dead. Because we just lose. Unless we top deck something good anyway.
My name's Annie.
Oh goodness, this is so bad.
Tibbers?
Ah, come on.
Come out, wherever you are.
Oh no, it's not looking good. Man, that game went so poorly. We had so many good draws too.
I don't miss.
Brutal.
Gotcha.
Good game though. But yeah, unlucky. I think we could have won that one.
My fires.
I was feeling so confident too. Samira Seraphine. Can we ever just race them down? I don't know. Because I think they have a stronger late game than us. I'd kind of like to kill them. But that means we need them to play Samira or Seraphine early on. So we can start like leveling up our champions. I would love to find an Annie, actually. She dies to Mystic Shot, but if they don't level, or if they don't stop her, if they don't kill her, she pushes a lot of damage pretty early on. And can really help level up our Conservatory. That's one too. That's not bad. If we can keep her alive, that's pretty big in these matchups. I'd have an excuse to use Static Shock this turn. Like, please play a Samira. I'll probably play Ezreal, right? If they don't do anything. Try to get them to use cards. Like, if they play a Samira afterwards. Oh, wow. Well, that's a perfect excuse to use Static Shock. Oh, never mind. No, it's not, because it doesn't kill it. Oh. Well, I guess we could use Static Shock to Disintegrate. In that case, I'll just keep up my mana instead of using Static Shock. Because I don't need the card cycle right now. I'd rather just save enough mana so we can do things this following turn as well. So I can just start with Katarina and see what they do. And just save 3 mana. Sure.
Never play fair.
If they don't have an answer, like force them to have an answer. Either we trade 1 for 1, or we get a huge leveled up Katarina. Okay.
I'm not done.
I will go face. We might have to burn them out eventually, and hopefully this baits them into playing one of their champions, so we can actually kill them next turn, thinking, oh, the way's clear, you know what I mean? But if not, we can try to go Annie. Okay, well, another champion to try to fight through their removal. Blank Song Spinner. That could be okay for us. I'll start with playing an Annie, because I don't want them to end the round. Because even if they don't get the free value, they'd still just get 3 cards in hand, right? Oh. Oh. Well, that's 1 down that we don't have to worry about. 1 free spell, right? So we know, like, at least one of them. Second one. Okay. That's actually not a bad draw. And the third one. Okay. Sure. If those are the X ones, I would have shot them. Maybe I still do. Just for the sake of leveling my Ezreal faster. And cycling the card draw. Sure, why not, right? I don't know. I don't think Static Shock's a good card in this matchup, so yeah, Broadmane I think is a little bit better. Much better removal for their champions. And kind of hard to kill as well.
This way, this way. Burn me.
We could draw some cards next turn.
I excel at making heads
Pretty happy to see that.
hands roll.
Ionia misconstrues our noble intentions.
Nice. I wonder if we can get away with a progress day soon. I'm gonna try to up the pressure. Like if I stick an Ezreal here. Wow, leveled Seraphine with barrier. That's pretty nasty. That's actually pretty good.
Light, stage, amp. Alright, let's jam. The crowd writes the song.
Oh, they didn't give her barrier? What? If they let this resolve, we can level Annie. We could go double flock, because if we go first flock... Because I imagine almost certainly they'll try to kill bottom lane here. Oh. Sure. I'll wait until... Oh. Please not the copy. Please not the copy. Okay. Inventive iteration, right? Don't want to see that one here. Man, I don't know if we can take 10. I guess we could try to kill this with the flock then, but then we pretty much have no card draw. Or do we just throw away an Ezreal here? And just hope we draw something? I don't think that's worth it. I think I'm just gonna throw away an Ezreal.
Let's see all of it.
If they play a third Plaza Guardian, I'll be forced to Mystic Shot Flock. I think we'll be taking too much damage if they have a third one. Okay. Yeah, I can't go to 4.
Obstacle, meet gauntlet.
I think I'm just going to try to go Progress Day this upcoming turn if we don't draw anything good. We can still go after another leveled Seraphine. Even if they kill our Broadmain. We'll be dealing 6 damage. I could kill one of them right now, but then they can stick a whatever champion they have, and we won't have any fast speed interaction next turn. So I'm gonna go like this, because either we take 5 damage in the open attack by killing one of them, or by chump blocking one of them. And I'd rather keep out my fast speed interaction in case they have a... Okay, well I think we just die then. Man, I felt outclassed. I never know in those matchups like when to ever use any of my cards. Like, using Costa Grip on that Seraphine looks pretty stupid in hindsight. And like Static Shock, like maybe we could have just kept that, because I didn't even think about using Static Shock to hit two of the Plaza Guardians. You know what I mean? Like that was just a matchup misunderstanding. I miss Tri-Beam, but it's just not good anymore. Like, this deck has a similar enough playstyle that I still really enjoy it. But I did enjoy Tri-Beam. Some of the cards in that deck were a lot of fun. Like, I loved Caitlyn. Caitlyn and, of course, Tri-Beam itself. And... interesting. Annie can't really attack into that. That's one of like the few units in the game. One of the few 1-drops in the game that Annie can't attack into. But yeah, like the Tri-Beam was just so inconsistent, like you never knew if you'd be hitting a good unit or not. And if you drew it late in the game, it was an awful draw. Whereas RAVENBLOOM Conservatory is actually a fine draw late in the game. Aloof, that's a nice draw. I think I'll just start with that. I mean, what do they have? Brahms 4 mana. Almost certainly they're gonna have something bigger than Braum, but I'll take the chance. Ooh. And if they play a Braum here, like not getting the anti-trigger, I think is fine. Oh, rats, you got a power, that's right.
Everyone bleeds for the right price.
I don't think I want to give them the extra damage tick. Especially before combat. I don't want to give them the 3/3 before combat. Or I could let them attack. Get the Poro. No, they won't get the Poro. I'll see what they do.
What's the conservatory?
Let's show our friends they know.
I wonder if they'll kill Annie or get the damage. Okay.
Just kill me.
Man, that's such a good card against us. I'll just play Flock here. No, hold on a second. What do I do? I feel like we can just go into next turn if we just go Broadmain plus Static Shock. That works just as well. But I guess we won't have the mana to kill both. Because like we can't play Broadmain and Static Shock next turn. And we're wasting so much mana if I pass here. Okay. I don't want to give them another card here. Like another random unit, right? So I think I'll just Flock.
Ionia misconstrues our noble intentions.
This deck feels so inefficient. Like there's so many other decks that do better things without having to use as many cards.
Stay safe, my friend.
I'll try anyone once. Let me show you what I can do.
That's not a bad draw if they develop.
Love a taste
Okay.
of the action.
Trust me.
Ah, that's not a bad draw if we find another Broadmain.
Oh, this hurts.
Alright, now we're on the burn plan. Broadmain would be a great draw.
Place.
Katarina would be a great draw. We can actually kill him if we use Mystic Shot. It puts him to 1, but then neither of these kill him. I guess I want to play Tibalt next turn though, right? Like the first action I get so that the rest of our spells can actually deal damage against tough units. Like this doesn't do anything against most of their units now. I'd really like to get Tibalt down. Because if they open attack, we still take 5. Okay.
Found my family, my blood kin.
That's pretty big. Now we have a decent blocker.
It's nothing personal.
I guess I might as well try to save our Tibalt because he's a big threat if he stays around. Plus this card cycles anyway, so it might be better. Hmm.
By all means, get in my way. It's just blood, darling.
I fight for but life? For a final peace.
We made it. Yay.
But our stuff didn't.
Lead the way, book. Wait, you've been following me?
We stand alone. Enough grief.
Oopsies, I'm sorry, I forgot I was streaming. I've been muted for a while, haven't I? I'm just gonna try to get Ezreal down here for the free ping spell if we can. They already used one sharp sight, so I'm gonna take the risk of swinging in there with him. There's also an argument to just play another aloof. I think that might have been good too. We already got one of one Pantheon, so getting rid of a second would be pretty brutal for our opponent. I'd like to start drawing soon too, so aloof and static shock are actually kind of not bad here. Because we probably need to find Broadmain or Conservatory to finish off the game pretty quickly.
Oh, take your time, pal. It's not like I've got better things to do.
I'm pretty happy to end the round now. Now that you get one action and then we play aloof. Yeah, okay, we got some pretty good draws here. And I don't like this attack. Like, I understand it's just your 2-drop, but it's setting me up to be able to play Broadmain without having to even...
You dropped something.
I dropped everything.
Oh, Golden Aegis, without having to use a spell to get the damage on him.
Through the darkness, I see something new.
Not the most effective use of Planted Mystic. I'm going to use an Aftershock here. They've already used their Pantheon trigger for the turn, so I'm happy to waste another pump spell. If not, we get rid of some units. We get our Ezreal closer to leveling. Broadmain off the top.
Watch and learn.
Ah, they did have another sharp sight. I really need to find Broadmain, don't I? Okay, well those are some interesting cards.
She called me betrayer. She scorned me.
That silence effect literally does nothing. Like, all I did was get +1/+1 and a 3/2. Another Conservatory. Well, Formula looks really good this turn as well.
This world must end.
That's a little more difficult to deal with. I mean, does it even matter? I think I'm just gonna go this. Because I don't have Overwhelm. I guess I could have gone Formula as well, in case we found bottom main this turn. Bottom main's looking real nasty if we can find him. There he is. And hopefully they don't have many more protection spells. I might as well play this Conservatory since otherwise we're just burning the mana. I'm not going to be able to play Tibulk for a few more turns, but... It's not a bad shot either, actually.
Misconstrues our noble intentions.
We can still beat a Spell Shield here.
Will you tell me a pilot?
After this is done, you have my promise.
As long as they can't find Overwhelm, I'm not too worried about where we're at. That's a good shot too. House Spider or Ferris Financier? House Spider. I guess not, actually. Oh wait, she's gonna have 7 health, isn't she? Well, that was a little bit of a throw. Oopsies, I'm stupid. Ah, cheapers. Ah, I'm embarrassed. Man, okay, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. That deck felt interesting. I wasn't convinced it felt the best. I'm sure I misplayed a few times too. But I feel like it's so resource intensive when there's so many other decks that just deal with your opponent's things more effectively. But it is definitely a fun deck to play. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like for me at the moment, there are a lot of other more impressive decks. Like, I played this Katarina in a Conservatory deck. And this one actually felt pretty good earlier. Things like the more aggressive mid-range things, obviously Smear, Akshan, Gwen, Katarina. I wasn't incredibly impressed with Ezreal Conservatory. But if you think you're going to run into a bunch of aggro on ladder, maybe it's worth it, because it is definitely one of those hard counters. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good one.